My name is Amy Vu.
I'm Anna Fearman.
My name is Tierran Daniels.
I'm Andrew Van Wyn.
And I'm 15 years old.
I am 16.
I am 16.
I am 17 years old. The Minnesota Youth Council is a group of 72 youth and adults. It's young people in grades 8 through 12, 4 youth and adults from each of the congressional districts, and then 4 youth and adults at large.
We could be U.S. President of the United States, you don't know.
It's racially diverse, it's geographically diverse, it's religiously diverse, everything, the whole spectrum.
When is the world gonna change?
We really rely on a lot of the youth perspective because there's so many adult perspectives that are given throughout Minnesota and of course the world. And so we really try to bring in the youth voice and emphasize it.
All the youth in the state is voicing their opinions, and that's what we hoped for as the Minnesota Youth Council.
In each of the congressional districts, we've been able to host summits, and so these are community partners, teachers, students, all across the state, and from there we want to find community-based solutions.
Give the students some hope and tell them, well, if you do this good, think about the future.
To instill hope, identify strengths, and foster resourcefulness.
A positive social support impacts accountability.
We conducted a statewide survey, surveying about 1,000 young people all across the state of Minnesota, just being like, what's up in your community, you know? And so, interestingly enough, across each of the congressional districts, crime, safety, and gangs, drug and alcohol abuse, and bullying were the 3 biggest issues in each of the congressional districts of Minnesota. So we were like, okay, why not focus on that?
Issues have changed over time, and no offense to adults, but they don't necessarily know what the youth issues are today.
We have different opinions, but it doesn't mean that our opinions aren't intelligent.
I feel like youth are experts in schools, definitely, because schools are always changing and everything is so new, and we have a strong voice in what's going on because we're there and we see it every day.
You know, you got to keep it pushing because at the end of the day, you're not going to be able to get on in life without getting a high school diploma.
Again, Minnesota has the largest achievement gap in the nation. And so an initiative that the Minnesota Alliance with Youth and the Minnesota Youth Council and different partners all across the state are working towards is Grad Minnesota. And that is an initiative to get the achievement gap closed and also get graduation rates to 90% by 2020.
This Metro-wide summit is intended to engage communities to improving graduation rates for all Minnesota students.
So we just need 2,000 seniors more each year to reach that 2020 goal of 90% graduation rate in the state of Minnesota. We can do it.
I pledge to provide advice and recommendations to the legislature and the governor on issues affecting youth.
I have seen the Minnesota Youth Council bill get passed just last year, and we were working extremely hard to get that passed.
It was signed on May 22nd, 2013, which creates an official committee to the legislature that comprised of nothing but youth.
It now is in state statute. I mean, the Minnesota Youth Council is in state statute with their duties. They are an official part of state government.
So that means that we help advise the legislature on what bills need to be passed, what we agree with, what we don't really like.
I think the possibilities are endless, but I know for sure what's going to happen is that youth are going to have a better voice, a stronger voice, and a more proactive voice in our state government here, impacting things and policies that impact their daily lives.
Being able to change perspectives of how people think about young people it's hard. We're smart. I promise. We're smart.
We're from different generations, and I feel like we kind of need to bridge that gap in order to make better decisions for everyone, not just youth.
The bottom line is I believe, will improve the quality of life for our youth, which of course will improve the quality of life for our state. And that's what this is all about.